Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. We're just getting it together. I got a special co-host with me today, so we got to get him, he's got to get his coffee and he's got to get seated, but welcome. Sorry for the delay. He was out doing shop talk, so Amy's not with us today. She is, so excited. So we got Dave filling in for Amy today. So everybody, please welcome Mr. Dave. Look how tall you are. Wait a minute, I gotta change this.
I'll slouch down.
No, you don't have to slouch. How's that? There we go. Now you can sit up a little taller now, baby. It's used to me and Amy. Boink. So I was counting down the minutes to Amy getting back. Sure, she'll fill you in on the story when she gets back in, but she was at Cracker Barrel, slipped and fell, ended up in the hospital. She's okay, but her knee is all jacked up, so she's home waiting for an MRI. So we've got Yankee Dave today.
Hey folks, how you doing? Don't mind the greasy hands.
Yeah, he just finished up a job this morning, and I'm like, come on, I need you out here. So what Amy and I usually do before we start is we do like a rock, paper, scissors to see who does the announcement. Do you want to do that, or do you want me just
Go ahead,
to do?
shoot.
Huh? You want to do rock, paper,
Sure.
scissors? Okay. All right. One, 2, 3, shoot. Oh, sorry. All right, ready? Oh, what'd you have, rock?
I had a rock.
Oh, so you won.
I
All
rocked
right.
it. I rocked it.
Okay.
Screw that, I go right for the rock.
This is our little announcement on what the show's all about, and then we get into the discussion.
Okay. Our show here is to educate and inspire the women riders in our area and around the world. We cover all topics of discussion regarding the life of a female rider, whether you ride your own or choose to enjoy the passenger riding experience. Backseat babe. Ooh. We've got an Octoberlicious, not my word,
My word.
show planned for you
Octoberlicious.
today. In this episode, Michelle is giving you a sneak peek inside her creative world. She also creates, why she creates, and what she loves most about creating stuff.
Shit.
Shit. She also shares a first look at the Chic's ride calendar pages and a link to purchase cute handcrafted biker bears, while Amy spins her spiritual web of delight by highlighting the Scorpio Zodiac Sign.
He's a
Am I
Scorpio.
gonna do that? Holy
No,
crap.
we pre-recorded that, so you get to listen and watch it and learn all about yourself.
If you'd like to get in on the conversation, you can comment here or send your questions or comments to Two Creative Chicks That Ride at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Love our show? Help support us and buy us a coffee.
Yeah. And there's a buy me a coffee link on the
I take
Yankee
sugar
Dave's,
and a little bit of cream in there.
and the Sailor Jerry's, a little splash
Some
of Sailor.
Sailor Jerry's would be good in there.
What do you call it? The Pirates coffee?
That's right, Pirate's
This
coffee.
is the Pirates coffee. Very good, Dave. You did a great job. You're a good Amy. No, you're not an Amy. You're probably a lot of people might even have questions for you today, so we can't get off, we gotta make sure we don't get off topic, because it's all about me today.
That's it.
It
It's
is.
all about her. It's her and her new bike.
My new bike, well, we did a little pre-record, so I'll play that in a little bit, but yeah. So Amy's out of town, Dave and Michelle are running around, we're like adult children. And so I did an event at Space Coast Harley Davidson last week, and it was Bike Fest, since we couldn't go to Daytona, or we didn't go to Daytona this year. Instead, we went to Palm Bay and we did Bike Fest. And so I'm looking at this bike, and I love this bike, and I think I shared it in the group, and I might have shared it on Yankee Dave's. But Dave ended up buying a bike also.
Yeah,
So we each got a 2021 Road Glide.
that's right.
Are you
Mine's
happy?
not purple.
This is not, mine's purple.
Blurple.
Blurple, they're calling it, because it's like a flip-flop blue, purple. It's a lot bigger than what I was on, but when I upgraded to the Slim from the, how long do you think the break-in period was when I was on the Suzuki and I upgraded to the Slim? Like, took me a while. That bike felt heavy. I dropped it 3 times.
Yeah, well, a couple of because of grass.
Yeah, well, One of the time was in grass, 2 times in grass or
2 times in grass, one at the dealer, brand new.
Yeah.
Never, not a mile on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you walked away with keys because I wasn't used to the fob, and now I got an even bigger bike, and that weighs like
935 pounds.
935 pounds, and I was on a 600-pound bike.
650.
650. So it's an extra 300 pounds. And so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I'll be posting lots of pictures. So, and we'll make it one of our topics and talking about like upgrading and changing your bike and reacquainting yourself with your new bike. Now for you, you went from street glide
To a road glide.
to a road glide. And is it the same weight?
It's about 70 pounds heavier.
70 pounds. What do you think? Do you like it? How, does it ride differently for you? Do you have a break-in period?
No, the only thing is just hitting turbulence with a ferret is it's not as, it doesn't affect you as bad on a road glide as it does on a street glide, where the street glide has a ferret mounted, fork mounted ferret, and the road glide has a frame mounted ferret, so it doesn't affect your handling as bad.
Oh, okay. So it's actually a little bit easier to handle for you than the street glide.
Yeah, but we really haven't hit turbulence yet.
I know.
It's-
We will.
We still gotta go through their break-in period, which is, first 500 miles, we get baby,
Yeah, real babies.
which pain in my ass, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, so,
And working here, I was gonna take a little bit to get that 500-mile mark.
yeah.
They got me so busy, trying to get everybody else's bike on the road, I can't go put mine on the road.
We're gonna try to get some riding time in. We were gonna get some riding time in Sunday, but we might not now, and we'll tell you why later, with the weather. So I did a little pre-record telling you about my creative process, and it's going to be kind of fun to have Dave sitting here after the video, because he's going to be able to give you the total insight on like what goes on at home, you know, right?
Right.
But really behind the scenes, and sometimes that house gets to be a shit and mess. So, okay, so let's have a look. I got started with my creations for Yankee Babe Apparel about a year and a half ago. I was crocheting Christmas stockings, sweaters, hats, anything that I could think of for my children and my grandchildren for the holidays, or just to occupy myself with crocheting. Dave and I were in a car accident about a year and a half ago, and it had affected my my hands. So in order to kind of help get my hand skill back, I decided to pick up crocheting again. When my daughter told me that she didn't want me to make her any more Christmas stockings because she had so many of them, I decided to start crocheting tops and creating things that way. And it just really snowballed from there. The reason that I like to create, or how I got started even in creating things, is I grew up in a very creative family. My grandmother, I remember at a young age, would take me to the local ceramic studio where I would do ceramics with her. All kinds of other crafting. We would, when I'd come visit her in Florida, would get those little seashells at the beach and would glue them into different animals and shapes, and she'd pick up the books, and it was a wonderful memory. But I think it also helped to kind of map out, or to create that inner desire to want to create things all the time. And when it got to the point with crocheting, it was originally supposed to be belly dancing. She was going to teach me how to belly dance, and I just couldn't get it. So she said, all right, come on, I'll teach you how to crochet. So I started crocheting little things really young, and have always been a crafter. My family's a very creative family. My mother sewed, my dad sewed. My dad actually taught me how to sew on a sewing machine. We would get the patterns at I think it was maybe Benny's or something back then. We would get the patterns, and make pajamas and things like that. So it's a lot of good memories, and it was a lot of fun. I make crocheted halter tops, very sexy crocheted halter tops. I make helmet apparel, and it just keeps growing and growing. I can make pretty much anything to stick on the helmets. Be seen, be heard. And I also make these cute little key fob covers. I make wind spinners. I really try to incorporate the crafting and or sewing along with crocheting. I try to include a crochet element with everything that I make, and it's really fun that way, and it kind of helps me from not getting bored, because you know, for those of you that know me really well, you know that I have like ADD and I get like totally distracted early, and this has helped me to stay on task and on target. So my creative process is it's kind of interesting because I'm a very visual person. So when I create something, I need to see it, I need to draw it out, I need to have seen it on someone else, even especially I love vintage items and vintage clothing from the past, and I'll just get an idea in my head, and then I'll sketch it out, and when I start creating it, whether it's sewing it or crafting it or crocheting it, I'll just start making it. So usually my first item, I call it like my R&D item or my practice item, the development item, because that's the item that I will I'll tweak, I will change, I will throw on my helmet to test out, and see how it's gonna work, see how the design's gonna work. Once I get through that process, I'll sit down with the item that I just made, and sometimes I'll just look at it and go, oh shit, what did I do? How did I make this? So that's why you'll see a lot of one-of-a-kind items from me. But from there, usually it works out well, and I'll go through the item, and I'll write down and then type out exactly how I made it. So I'm basically creating a pattern for myself, and maybe for people in the future to use to recreate that item. The favorite thing about what I do is the shift in energy, the change in a woman's face and her whole demeanor when she puts on one of my tops, or when she sticks some helmet apparel on, or just the playfulness of the item as they're exploring it and as they're looking at it. I'm really all about female empowerment, and I'm really all about just, you know, changing our perspective, changing the way we feel about ourselves, and really embracing our totally sexy, bold, bodacious biker babe selves. And it really gives my heart so much joy to see that transformation in a woman right before my eyes, but sometimes by simply just trying on a top and feeling sexy and feeling beautiful, and it's amazing how somebody can transform and just become so much more empowered. And that's why I do what I do, but it's also what I love most. It's the best gift. It's better than any gift of even finishing a project or completing it, is just seeing that expression on a woman's face when she's transformed because of something that I've created. I do custom orders, I do one-of-a-kinds, I do multiple items in different colors, but no matter what you're looking for, you'll want to be able to find me. I have put myself at vending events, mostly in Florida, Leesburg, Roscoe's Chili Challenge, Space Coast Harley Davidson, I vend there a lot, and various other events throughout the year. Also, all of my products, as you see, are available here at Yankee Dave's Motorsports, which is at 1170 Oslo Road in Vero Beach. Or you can visit me online at my website, yankeebabeapparel.com. You can find me on Facebook under the same name. I'm also on Instagram. And to learn more about my products, you can even find me on at co-hosting the Two Creative Chicks That Ride show. So I want to thank you for supporting me. I want to thank you for getting a little peek inside of how my creative process works and what I'm all about and what I create and why I create it. And I hope to hear from you soon. I'm really looking forward to helping you transform your life. There we go.
Hey, back in action.
We were just making sure that you could hear us while we were on a little bit of a break. No, we were kissing. So there you have it. That's a little bit about my creative process. It was pre-recorded, so I just kind of gave the nice, sweet, simple stuff. But what really happens is like there's this big like explosion going on in our house, and I've got like yarn and paperwork and notes in the dining room. I've got them on the couch next to me. I've got them in my
Crafting room.
Crafting spiritual room.
Exploded out into every other room in the house.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's because I'm working on like multiple projects at once. I think it's that whole ADD thing, but I get it cleaned up sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think there's some yarn in the bathroom and
No, there's no yarn in
glue
the
in the
bathroom.
bed, I think.
There's
I
no
don't know.
yarn in the bathroom. A lot of times I'll bounce my ideas or what I'm making off of Dave and ask him what he thinks, and you've really been a good help with that. Like at first I was making everything to fit the doll. Everything fit Yankee Babe.
Right. Not many people are that shape.
Yeah. So I started making some in different sizes as well, and they've done a little better at selling off the shelf, but mainly I really try to do customs, custom
Yeah,
orders,
custom orders,
custom
custom
fits,
orders.
custom orders. Do you think that I'm calmer now that I'm making all these things?
Yeah, well, it keeps
'Cause I'm kind of high strung.
keeps you out of trouble.
Keeps me out of trouble. I'm a little high strung. I'll admit it. I'm high strung. Amy will tell you I'm like right, 1,000,000 miles an hour, and with the even though I don't really have that Massachusetts accent anymore, I do have the Massachusetts attitude still. So I'm just like really short, really quick, and that's what it is. And when you're talking to people in Florida, that can come off as a little harsh. But when I'm crocheting, I'm like la 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 la, and I'm also sewing, and I just love doing it. And like I said in the video, the main reason that I do this is so I don't kill people, to keep myself calm, but also mainly because like the look on a woman's face, like all right, so Jen, sorry, when she purchased that top off of me,
Right.
did you see? You could see the transformation in her.
Right.
I mean, she's an outgoing girl anyways.
Yeah, she seemed a little over the top.
Yeah, she just like kind of came right out of her
Right.
shell, right? A little over the top. That's what we want to be. We want to be a little over the top. We want to be ourselves. That's the true, like her, it was almost like she had permission from herself, like, from her outward appearance to just be her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's very outgoing and very sweet anyways, but the minute she put it on the top, and that's why I make these items, is for that transformation. Little biker gnomes. Adrian helped me last weekend, was it? Last weekend? But I didn't even tell you this story.
No, I don't know.
He just came to help and hang out at Hog Wild. And I had my little biker gnomes, the lucky biker gnomes that have the penny in the bum. And he's like, can I just have one of these lucky bike, need some good luck. Can I have one of these biker gnomes to put in my car? Because he sold his bike a while back. And I was like, yeah, sure. And even then, he had like a transformation. Like, he put the gnome up on the dash and he's like, it's Mr. Bombastic, and he's all like got this happy energy, you know what I mean? Feeling safe, fun, lighthearted. I just love watching that transformation in people.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
No, it does it. People see handcrafted stuff, and she does a really nice job with these products, and yeah, she puts a lot of effort into trying to make sure they fit right and they match your personality, and it does. It does. The products do tend to match people's personality, or it brings out the better side of them. I guess that's what I'd say, or a good, they come out, walk out of the shop feeling happy.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, thank you, and that's what I'm hoping to put out there. It's what I'm hoping to express and bring to people's lives, and it just makes me so damn proud, when somebody's like feeling just badass, not just sexy, but badass, you know what I mean?
Right.
And she had on, Jen had on like the little teeny tiny, she had these nice boobies, all beautiful, and honky tonk, badonky donk, she was just looking all sexy, but that girl, when she got on the back of the bike, she put on her leathers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about, a lot of people will say like, oh my God, you're wearing that. You talk about dressing for the ride, dressing for the slide and not the ride, but that's a person's personal preference, what they want to wear. I gotta tell you, some of those tank tops that they're selling at, that women are riding around on, they're not gonna protect you any more than one of these halter tops are.
No.
So, just saying. You're gonna get scraped.
They're gonna, they're
You
gonna.
gotta put leathers.
You're gonna come out just about as well as if you wore flip flops and shorts.
Mm-hmm. Right. Regardless,
I don't care what you wear. It's that road's a cheese grater basically. If you happen to hit the road for some reason, you're running on a cheese grater.
Yep. And you want
leather's your best protection, really.
They sell
Leather
these
or the
pants.
Kevlar.
Yeah, that's what Amy and I were
and,
looking into the pants, but they're like
but
$200 or something.
No matter what, it's still not gonna.
Of course, your legs are worth more than $200.
Breakage, it's gonna happen. When you hit something hard, you're gonna break. It's a matter of physics. We're soft, the road isn't. That car or truck isn't soft. You might bounce off, but it won't be a happy bounce.
Yep. So it's all about looking sexy,
But-
off the bike, and on it if you want. If you feel, if you feel comfortable wearing it.
My thought is, it's kind of like Victoria's Secret. You might not be able to see it, but you feel sexy in it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I feel sexy when I wear your Victoria's Secret underwear all the time.
I don't wear underwear, so he's lying. It's true, and even that's a good point too, because when she put the leather on to go on the back of the bike, she was still had that same like, woo, like, you know what I mean? Like she just couldn't wait to Supergirl. Yeah, and that's really what it's all about. It really is for me.
Right, well, it's a whole aspect of it. It's, and the biggest thing is, a lot of these stores, they cater to us guys, left and right, everywhere, but they really don't cater to women. The women's rack is like minute, where the men's rack takes up the whole damn store.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very proud of Michelle and Amy for putting this out there for you girls. I like to hide in my little back room over there.
Yes, you do.
And,
I'm glad I got you out today.
this is their idea and where they want to go with it. I think it's a good thing. It doesn't bother me that we don't have guy stuff here. You want guy stuff? Go up to the other store up the road somewhere. They got something for you.
Yep.
This is catered to women, and I don't mind that at all. I think it's a good thing. It's like I said, there's not many stores that cater to women.
No, there's not. And the diversity of items too. And the fact that Amy and I are both very creative, you know what I mean? And we make these things and we put a lot of time and effort and energy into it. We do. We put a lot of our, like we say, take a piece of me. I know Amy would agree, and I think you would agree that Amy's the same way, that we're like, here's a little piece of ourselves. Here's a piece of how we feel and how we want you to feel, and take that with you and pass it along. And I saw an article, not an article, a Facebook thing this morning, which I saved because I'm going to print it out and hang it in our booth. And it says, sure, why buy this for, why buy this for $7 when I can make it for $95 worth of craft supplies
Right.
myself, you know? And it's like, it's true. We have a lot of supplies, we put a lot of time into this stuff, and, you know, sure, some of these things you could probably make yourself, but you're not going to get that quality. You're not going to get it's going to be a one-off, but you're not going to get that energy that goes into it. You're not going to get that quality from somebody that does it all the time.
Or you
You know?
can get that similar shirt from Walmart, made in Taiwan,
Yeah,
but it's once you buy it, it falls apart in a year.
Yep.
So, you know, you're lucky if you get that out of half this crap you get. But it's these are, you know, well made.
very well made.
You know, if there is a problem, we generally try and go out of our way to make sure our customers walk in the door happy at all times. Try and any issues, we rectify it
We do.
on both ends. The
It's-
bike, from the bike shop to the out front here, to try and fix the problems, make sure everybody walks away happy.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And speaking of creative, like, do you love these guys? Do you remember when Jen like ran around when I was making them? She
Right.
like ran around with it. She was like, "Oh, it's my bear." So I got today's
Gotta
product.
give you a black
Huh?
one. Yeah, I'll hold them by the leather.
Hold her by the leather. So these are the biker teddy bears, and they're girls. It's me and Amy. We're buddies. You can see how tall they are. I just wanted to kind of bring them out there and show you how tall they are. They are crocheted. I mean, they have little patches on the back.
Oh, yeah, get away from the mic. That's close.
Oh yeah, here, you could be Vanna. So if you want to hold them up to the camera and just like show them. We'll start with the white one. You can get right up in the mic with the camera if you want. Don't show her special parts. She's flashing you. So I crochet these.
They got googly eyes.
They got googly eyes on them. I crochet them. I make their little bandanas myself. I love that they have. I purposely did this so that they were tall, but have like a little bit of a belly. So they're lady rider bears, but they don't have this curvy, voluptuous
Right.
figure going on, because you know that's just not realistic. Their jackets,
Googly
right?
eyes.
The thing about their jackets is I make their jackets from actual materials that belonged to an actual rider. So a biker. So it's biker gear repurposed. So
They
like this.
got their own chains.
Yeah, this one got their own little. She's got her own chain. She's got some bling going on.
She's in
And that one came off of
the girl gang. Oh, where is it? The girl gang.
The girl gang. That was made from a pair of riding jeans, and this one was made from a old jacket, right? From one of my old riding jackets. And I have a bunch of other jackets, and I also will get them given to me or purchase them, and make them into their little outfits. Oh, how'd you do that? I want to do that too. These are really cool. You can buy them made right off the shelf, right? So you can buy these guys, take them home, give them as a gift, or you can have me make one for you. And I make them right
Okay.
now in the black, the tan, and the brown. But here's the cool part: if you have me make it for you, if you want something for the holidays, you really gotta act fast.
Speaking of like,
If you want it for the holidays, you gotta act fast, because it takes me a little bit of time to make one of these. So I probably have enough time on my calendar to make 2 of these, maybe 3. So you either have to buy the ones that are already made, or you have to do a custom order if you want to get this for the holidays. But the fun thing is, if you have me make this for you, I love to buy things in bulk. That's another thing about my creative process. It's kind of like this fun surprise. I don't really know what I'm going to get. They're so snuggly, aren't they? They're really snuggly. So I never know what I'm going to get if I buy something in bulk. So when I buy the patches, I just buy like a big, huge bulk of patches. But this is just an idea of some of the patches that you could get if you were to have a custom made one. You could get like the high heels. This would be cool for the stilettos on steel, ladies. I've got, what is that song? I've got a roller skate.
I don't
This
know
one.
that song.
Look twice. If anybody knows a roller skate song, you can tell me. Hot dog.
The wiener. The
Maybe
wiener.
I'm gonna put this on my purple pecker eater because that's what I might call the bike,
Wiener.
or the third eye.
I see you.
He's sweet.
That's looking behind your back.
We got a unicorn. We got a feather. The smaller
Keeping
ones
an
I can
eye
put
on
on the
the
front.
six.
Keeping an eye on the 6. Oh, I like that because it's on your back. Peace. A little cactus. I'll just kind of go through these a little quicker. A cool guitar. Butterfly. I love the butterfly. I think that would be really cute on one. And of course, we're in Florida. We got palm tree. If you got somebody that loves French fries, I actually put these two together. I thought those would be cool together. You know, it's the drink.
Shaking the fries.
Yep, the shake and the fries. A cherry.
Strawberry.
A strawberry. So you get an idea of all the different fun things that we can put on the back. And I can even specifically look for one for you too. This is kind of cool. This reminds me of the 70s. Laugh-In, right? Wasn't that a
Right.
show? A little watermelon, cool pair of cut-off jeans. Oh, here's the watermelon. I didn't
Or
show you
even
that.
if you have a specific one that you really like, that you
Diamond.
want to put on there, she could put that right on there.
Yeah, if you have
As long
one,
as
or
it's
if you
not too
have,
big.
yeah, even if you have your own or one that you purchased for somebody. These are my favorite. The skulls, the sugar skulls. That would be just really cool. And I think I have a couple of sugar skulls in here. I might have put one aside because I think I'm getting one ready to go on a bike. No, I got another one here. Here's the other sugar skull. So what I'll do is, and there's not really for the teddy bear's clothes, I don't really have a pattern. I have a pattern for the bear that I did.
Right.
And I had to adjust it a little. Do you remember what I had to do when I was making them? Because I remember something wasn't working right. Was it their shoulders or something like that?
The arm flappers.
Was it the arm flapping? They had arm flap. Oh, see, I should have kept it. So they could have been like us. Like me. But I don't have a pattern for the jackets. I just kind of measure it up to the bear by eye, and then I'll decide what that bear's going to get for a jacket. I had toyed with like crocheting eyes for them, but it just didn't look right. And the googly eyes stay on really well. I use a permanent
Right.
glue, and they're guaranteed forever. So if you have any problems with them, just give me a call. But I haven't had any problems with them, and I just think they're adorable. So
Or at
biker
least it
teddy
guaranteed
bears.
forever as long as she's breathing.
As long as I'm around. I don't know if any of my kids are going to pick up my crocheting. Alicia might, maybe.
Maybe.
She took over the Mind Trip Productions. So they're available in black, brown, and tan, as I said. And the jackets are made, like I said, from actual biker, repurposed biker clothing. So there you have it. If you're interested in any of these beers, if you want a beer too, I can get you a beer if you want. But if you're interested in the bears, give me a call here at Yankee Dave's. Come in 117 Oslo Road in Vero Beach, or
Love it.
love it. Dave loves it. And or go yankeebabeapparel.com and you can find them on there. And you can also find a number to reach me at and order them. So that is the product highlight for the week. I'm going to kind of clean this up. We're going to give you Amy's spiritual spin. Before we do that, we usually do, Amy and I just love you, Dave. You're so awesome. You do whatever I ask. So before we go into this, what Amy and I usually do is it's time for, and then we do,
Blah. Boom.
like a spin.
Oh, we do a
Boom.
spin thing?
Ooh, Amy's spiritual spin. You're not going to say it? Okay.
Amy's
All right.
spiritual spin. Amy's spiritual spin. It's like Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Amy's World.
Amy pre-recorded a spin for you. She's going to talk with you all about the Hunter Moon, which is going to bring some things our way, and also the Zodiac Sign Scorpio. So I'm very interested to see what kind of bike. I I think I was listening.
Just so you know,
I was there for the
Scorpios rock.
recording.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
It's
so
time
it's time
for
Amy's spiritual spin.
Spin.
So it's a twofer. You guys are like so lucky today, right? Because not only is the full moon coming, and that's the hunter's moon, but I'm also going to cover part of the zodiac sign today too, Scorpio.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah, because we're turning into
Scorpio.
Scorpio too, right? So
Dave's
with-
a Scorpio.
is he?
Yep. So I'm really interested for this one.
So the full hunter's moon is actually when the people would love to hunt, and the reason being that, first of all, it's called the hunter's moon. It's called the blood moon, and that's going to be on October 20th. The reason they call it that moon is because that's when all of the game fattens up for the winter. Right, so all of the deer are fattening up, all the bears are fattening up, the earth is starting to get cold and go to sleep, so it's not going to be as fruitful for them. So they pack on the weight to get them through the summer, the winter months, right? So the hunters go out, and that's when now the earth is cooling off enough where it's almost like a refrigerator. So they could cut their meats down, store them, they'll be freezing soon, so they can last all through the winter months. So that's why it's called the hunter's moon, because now it gets into a big hunting season for like the Native Americans and people of the olden days, the old way of life, right? Where they hunted what they ate. So
For me, I've been prepping for this moon. With my
she's so adorable.
belly.
We both have. We are chunking up for the winter months.
Yes, that's it.
And that's okay.
I love it.
I love me
I
anyway.
like to be prepared.
I forget where I was the
I like to
other
be
day.
prepared.
I forgot where I was the other day,
For
but
the winter.
some ladies like, oh, are you sure you want that? I'm like, yes, because not only I was getting a shirt or something, and like, I was at Harley getting a shirt. As a matter of fact, I know, astronomical prices, but
It's a cute
made
shirt.
clothing. It's
Really
very
cute shirt.
cute. You'll see it one day. And I'm like, I got boobs and I got love handles, which I happen to love. So
That's why
she's
they
like,
call 'em
I
love
love
handles."
that. I'm like, yeah, I love my boobs. I love my love handles. I love who I am. And so what if I got to buy a bigger shirt?
I love my shirt.
Listen, man, I
A
like who I
sexy
am.
shirt.
That's right. I love
Prepping
who I
for the
am.
hunter moon.
I'm prepping for that hunter moon, right? Not any bigger than I was last year, but I'm still prepping for it. Gotta
We got
have all
goals.
that good stuff.
We got goals. Gotta
Yeah.
have goals.
So again, it's the hunter's moon. It is October 20th. It's going to be a really good time to set those intentions for the winter months. Generally, people don't go out as much. You're in more, so now would be a great time to start really concentrating and focusing on the intentions that you want to start bringing for the new year. Right? You start looking into that, and as with most full moons, I do a releasing ceremony where I write on a piece of paper all the things that I want to let go of. It's a very simple form of cord cutting. Writing down a couple of things that I want to just release, and on the other side, a couple of things I want to bring forth. I go out in the moon. I bask in the moonlight, even when it's not there and it's behind the clouds.
Oh.
I read it out loud to the moon. I light it on fire, and I let the breeze take away what's burnt. So that's my new moon thing, right? My full moon thing.
Love it.
And now, Scorpio, little pinchers. I mean, they got those stingers, man. Scorpions are really what their label is. I mean, they're
they
dangerous.
Come with a warning label?
They do come with a warning label. Like, I got the stinger.
know.
I'm a Scorpio. Watch it, because I'm gonna get you with my tail.
Hello.
For real, they're
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
They really can strike at any moment, and it's just part of who they are, right? Part of their astrology. Like, people don't believe in our zodiac things, but you look at some people and you look at some of these clips of the zodiacs, and you'll see you'll start looking at them differently and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that stinger didn't hurt me anymore. I know you're a Scorpio. You know what I mean? So, their favorite color is red, I'm not a big red person.
Red rum.
They're a water element, so they're emotional based. So they can be very passionate emotionally or very detached emotionally. But they are really emotional beings. They feed off of their emotions, right? And listen, when I'm in emotion, I strike hard too. And I do, and I sometimes have to apologize for it. But, so, I mean, overall, they're good compatibility. As a Taurus and a Cancer are their most likely overall compatibilities. Other than that, I think I'm just going to skip to the bike part because the bike part for me was really fun.
Well, can I just say something?
Absolutely.
I collect Scorpios.
You do?
Yeah, until you came into my life. I think you broke my cycle, thank goodness. But I was just like every single person, like instant connection, instant get along with. I like had this like I was like the Pied Piper with the and
you're
all
a
these
Pisces.
Scorpios, and I'm a Pisces.
And you're a water symbol.
And I'm a water sign, yep. And it was just like for years and years, like I would say probably over a decade. It was
Wow.
like I was dating, what's your sign? Scorpio. Really? Are you shitting me? Best friend, Scorpio. Mother, Scorpio. Well, of course, so I started collecting them before I was even born, right? With my
In
mom.
vitro.
In vitro, yeah. But I collect Scorpios, and I think it's just because of their passion. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just so drawn to it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And being the Pisces, which I can't wait to do my sign, I feel like I can navigate around it. Not
can.
saying I'm the best sign for them,
Mm-mm.
but I collected them. Then I met you, and I was like, okay, I'm done collecting Scorpios. I have all the Scorpios I need in my life.
Right.
Like you were like the button.
I'm a Sag.
You were the button that sealed it up. Okay,
Yeah.
you're done collecting Scorpios,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that in there because
It's-
that's why I'm so intrigued by this sign. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely, I have had so many near misses with Scorpios.
Mm.
It's not a sign that I am very compatible with in relationship wise, right? The few that I've had, because Scorpios are quiet.
Mm-hmm.
When they get angry, they go silent. And I can't. I'm not good at that.
Mm.
Like, I'll take my space, but then I want to talk about it. I want to be like, let's come to an agreement or a disagreement to disagree.
You'll never be able to do that with a Scorpio.
No. I know. But
Even,
these
are you
days-
on your deathbed? Are you ready?
Nope. That's a Scorpio for real, Michelle.
Yeah.
And that's okay because it works for them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It works for them. And then they meet people who are compatible with that, like you, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Able
Yeah.
to navigate around it.
right. Because you're a fish, so you kind of,
Yeah.
Tauruses are kind of like, and Cancer's a water sign too,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, that's true. Yep. Yep.
So it is true that they are compatible with, like I'm compatible with Leos and Aries. Leo men,
Other
Aries
fire
women,
signs.
they're other fire
Yeah,
signs.
makes
So,
sense.
my sister Lisa's an Aries, and my baby daddy first husband is a Leo,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was the love of my life, for heaven's sake. You know what I mean? So those are the things that that all kind of come into play too.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
Okay. Motorcycles. I'm ready.
Listen, Scorpios bite, right? Well, they love a fucking bike that bites back.
I'm not
They
surprised.
love a bike that bites back. So, the more bite it has, the more they like it. But, as with everything in life, they can bite off more than they can chew. So they want to go big, they want to go bad, they want to go fast, they want to go dangerous, and then they're like, oh shit, I can't handle this.
Mm.
And they gotta back up a little bit.
Like reel it back in.
Yeah, it's like their writing and their emotions are all like the same. They suddenly will go off into their water of emotions, and then they're like, wait a minute, I'm on the bike, and have to come back into it, because they can tend to drift like that. So they love to live dangerously on their bikes, and they love bikes that are really fast, but they need to ride carefully if you're a Scorpio. Seriously, like, try to pay attention. Because, listen, I'm a Sag, and I go, bird, squirrel. Be careful when you see me on the road, too. I'm just saying.
Kicking her feet. Oh no, that's a different show.
So
What kind of bike? Or am I jumping ahead?
actually, there's still waters run deep, right? It says still waters run deep, and that is like a defining statement for them, because
Yeah.
when they get passionate about something, it really forms a deep bond with them,
Aw.
right? So sport bikes, they're the sportier the bike, actually, the better, right? Which I thought was weird, because Dave's a Scorpio. His bike is
He
kind
hates sport bikes.
I think his bike is kind of sporty looking.
Yeah.
It's like sexy sporty though. It's not a GSR.
Right.
It's not a Jap crap. It's just like, I'm a man kind of sport. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's just how I feel about his bike.
Well, you know, it's interesting because his favorite bike and his first bike was a Triumph.
Interesting.
So, and that's a very sporty bike.
Yeah. That's
Old
interesting.
Triumph, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
and that's so funny, because one of the best bikes for the Scorpio was back in the 1970s. They made these two-stroke engine bikes, like the SS250s.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the beginning of the Harleys, and they were like the sportiest thing out there, and like everybody loved them. And they were really cool-looking bikes. And now they have the Harley XR 1200.
Yeah.
That's kind of a sporty Harley bike. And it's a powerful bike. You know, I remember when Harleys used to make Buells to try and, they came out with the Buells to come into the Japanese motorcycle arena. I'm trying to have some proper terminology here, because I call it Jap crap. It's not Jap crap, it's your personal preference. It's just what I've referred to them as my whole life, so I really need to find the proper terminology, which is a Japanese or a foreign-made motorcycle. Harley Davidson came out with Buell to try and compete with that for a little bit, right? Because the Buells were really sporty and fast. So that's what they love. They love their danger, speed, and all in between, those Scorpios.
That's so cool. Well, happy birthday, Scorpios. And
happy birthday, Scorpios, and full moon
thank
hunting.
you, Amy.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Packing it on for it.
Real.
Okay, we're back. And
Hey.
So for those of you just joining us, Dave is actually filling in for Amy. She hurt her leg. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for tuning in. Perfect timing, by the way,
I'm
because she said, "Hey, babes, you're a babe. You're a
He
babe."
said, hey, ladies.
Oh, hey, ladies. Okay. Hey, ladies. Hey, lady. And Amy's here in spirit. Babe of the week. So again, this is yet another week where I'm not like featuring a babe yet. I do have a bunch of babes lined up that are ready to go. I think I've got like 3 or 4 right now. 3 definite, 1 maybe, so there's a 4. We'll start picking back up with the babes of the week, the new babes of the week starting next week. So for this week, I just wanted to go over with you what's going on, because the calendar is getting ready for print. So I'm just going to share a link here. And of course you've been helping out with that too. Like, what do you think of this? How should I change this? How should I change that? I wanted to share with you the proof. This is going to be on the back cover of the calendar, along with our babe of the year, Sarah, who's actually tuned in, with her some little excerpts from her photo shoot or from her day with us. We're going to have them sprinkled around the back. But you can see that everybody has turned in their calendar pictures. Some of them I found and stole myself. And I got to say, I am just like totally blown away with how amazing these calendar photos have come out. Very excited. Mine's just a temporary right now. I just slapped up the new bike with a Christmas tree in the background. But that will be changed. But this gives you an idea of like what you're looking at. So we've got our babes, and babes, check in, see where you are. Some babes don't know what month they are yet, Dave.
That's right.
They have no idea. So I think
It's a mystery.
now it's not. Now they can look and see, ooh, which month am I? Which month am I? So I'm just really thrilled. I think Lee knows what month she is because I showed her her proof when I saw her last week. But so So they're almost ready to go. We've got all the calendar pages done for 2022. I'm just putting in some of the like dates. So in our calendar, we're gonna have some of like the big biker events in there that will be right there on your calendar. You know what I mean? So I've already got Daytona Bike Week. I've got the spring rally in there. I'm looking for the fall rally. I'll get that. I'm gonna make some phone calls for people that haven't posted their 2022 events, but I'm gonna have in that calendar marked off already for you is gonna be both of the Daytonas. We're gonna put Sturgis in there. There was one other one that you mentioned that's a real popular one. Is it out in Michigan or something like that?
Well, they're all over the country. You
But
got
the big ones.
You got Loudon. You got
Loudon, that was the one.
You got Loudon. You got what's that one in New York? The one they hold it right on Lake George.
Oh, I'll have to look into that one.
Of course, I can't think of the name of it
It's gonna probably be a summer one.
You got Leesburg, then you got
I'm gonna
Thunder
put
by the
Leesburg
Bay,
in there.
which is over in St. Petersburg area.
We've got Myrtle Beach Bike Week in
Myrtle
there.
Beach.
We're
But
gonna
they're
put, like,
all
the
over the
big ones.
country. Just look out there and check it out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have them on the calendar so that
Right.
so we have the dates for 2022, and that way you can just look at your calendar and you can say, when is that?
That's New York.
Americade is New York. So I'll look into that. I'll have all those on there so that when you look at your calendar, you'll know the dates for 2022. Ooh, I don't have to mark it off on my calendar because it's
It's
already
there.
marked off. Here's the important thing that I want you to know. I put a link in for the calendar for you to purchase it. And the reason is I'm not trying to pressure you into pre-buying the calendar, but I'm putting in my first order in order for it to be out in time for the holidays, and so that I can get those people that have pre-purchased them out to them in time. They're giving them for Christmas gifts or whatnot. You've got to purchase, like it's going to close on the 30th of October. I'm putting my order in October 31st. And the reason that I'm just encouraging you to buy them now is because I've got my pre-orders. I'm going to order some extra ones, obviously. But once they're sold out, you're going to have to wait until my next order to get them in. And that might not be until after January.
It could be SOL.
Yeah, you could be shit out of luck. Like, seriously. And that's not a sales plot. That's just is what it is. You know what I mean? So, so you got to act fast. That order goes out limited time frame. That order goes out on the 31st. I'm doing the pre-orders right up until the 30th, which means you get a little free gift from me and Amy. And we're gonna send you a little something from us. The girls, now that this is all complete, the girls are gonna be getting their thank you gifts and their little ideas from us. Their little gifts from us and their thank you gifts for being in the calendar, being a part of it. So now, if you know any babes that might be interested in showing off their babeness, their bodaciousness, send them in. Go to the Yankee Babe Apparel website, submit them as a Babe of the Week. We're going to start up the Babe of the Weeks again next week, and those will all be for the 2023 calendar spots. So, so we'll get moving. Thanks again for everybody that was involved and that helped out. Sarah's coming down on Sunday.
Cool.
How exciting. We're going to take a ride.
Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday. It was going to be Saturday. She just wrote me and said, can I change it to Sunday? And I was like, you know what? It works out better for Ron.
Right.
Because Saturday he was kind of squeezing us in, but Sunday he has a whole day with us, and we're gonna, you're gonna be so excited. I'm so excited, Sarah, because we're gonna ride, and we're gonna ride by the photographer a few times, and he's gonna get some shots of us all riding together, and then we're gonna do your makeover, your photo shoot. We're gonna grab lunch. With Amy, with her injury, we're probably gonna have to grab lunch and bring it to her. Unfortunately, she might not be able to get on the cover. But
Maybe we'll have to trailer Amy by.
yeah, we'll put Amy in a wagon. We'll figure it out. But there you go. Those are the babes. Congratulations to all of you. You are
Congratulations,
gorgeous.
ladies.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Rock it.
You rock it. So now Sunday's going to be our. See, I put Dave over Amy
Okay.
because you're the fill-in, right?
I'm the fill-in.
He's the fill-in. So Dave's the weather bug. And a lot of times I'll ask you, right? What's the
Right.
weather going to be like, babe? You're like, fuck if I know. But he usually does. He's usually pretty accurate. So,
Okay.
what do we got?
We're saying, I'm guessing Friday's supposed to be around 86 degrees, sunny, wind probably 5 to 10 miles an hour. Great riding day.
That's a nice
Ride
day.
on.
Especially with the big bikes.
Yeah, big bikes, yeah, even the small bikes,
Oh, good, that's good
high,
wind.
yeah, that's good. You know, you don't get much wind drag out of that, you don't get blown all over the road. Saturday, we're talking 87 degrees, good weather, don't have to put too much gear on, just enough to be safe. And we're talking 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, 30% chance of rain, but hey, we're in Florida. You get wet, ride on, you dry off when you hit the dry spot.
Yep.
We don't get all day rains here, not very often. Sunday, possible moisture, they're saying 80 degrees, mid 80s, 50% chance of rain. But that all depends, you know, because the rain comes in bands down here. Hopefully, as far as the rest of the country, I don't know, look at your national weather, your local weather. You're on your own there. But as far as Florida weather, we got the good temperatures. You're at least be able to skate out, get some lunch or something, maybe
Nice.
or ride out to breakfast. Be good. Just be careful of the range. You know, just be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Yep.
100% chance of idiots on the road.
100% chance of idiots on the road. And so that'll be great. Sarah's going to get here early on Sunday, so that'll be great. Like we can even maybe instead of doing lunch, take a ride out for breakfast, or just keep an eye on the radar and
Right.
plan our break,
Plan
our
accordingly.
eat break according to like when that weather's coming in. So,
Right.
And of course, a 50% chance of rain is always a 50% chance of sunshine.
That's right.
I'll take that. So things that are going on, aside from our big event with Sarah on Sunday, this weekend there's a couple of things going on. Johnny came into the shop yesterday and we met Johnny. This is a different Johnny. This is our Space Coast Johnny. We're gonna call him Space Coast Johnny. Hi Johnny, if you're watching the show. It was awesome. We met Johnny a couple months ago. I got it printed out right here, so I
Okay,
got
beautiful.
it for them to see. He brought the flyer down, I took a picture of it, I posted it up for you. But that is going to be October 21st through the 31st. And as we were leaving Space Coast, they were coming.
pulling in.
Yeah, they were pulling in with these big merry-go-rounds and all these. I'm like, wait, what's up with the rides and shit? And then Johnny ends up saying that, no, that's Space Coast puts that on. So how cool is that? It's called the Palm Bay Fair. It's hosted by Space Coast Harley Davidson. And they're at the corner, they're at I-95 and Palm Bay Road. So as soon as you get off 95, no matter which way you go, you turn onto Palm Bay Road. They're right next to Bass Pro. You can't miss them. And you're not going to miss all the Ferris wheels and shit,
That's
too.
right.
So he had asked me if I was going to vent. I'm not going to because I've got my event. I got my thing going on with Sarah, finishing up the calendar. But go on, check it out. You know, Space Coast really, they do go the extra mile. You know what I mean? And they are very respectful. And we'll talk more about that.
And you might want to
at
get
another
yourself a
show.
new bike.
And you might want to get yourself, if you want a road glide, call me and I'll tell you how fucking awesome it is. I can't even tell you. I'm like in love. I'm actually in love with my motorcycle for the first time in a long time. I'm in love. When I wake up, I'm like, mwah, you sexy bitch. That's what I'm talking to my motorcycle. Also, if you're a little further out or you're in the California area, I love talking about women-specific events, Babes in the Dirt. And these are the organizers behind the popular Babes Ride Out. It's an all-women camping event. They also put on what's called Babes in the Dirt. And this is where like-minded women meet at an off-road riding park. How cool is that, right? And it's all women for dirt bike riding and camping fun. So you can kind of, practice some jumps and cool dirt bike riding, which is really awesome. You want to go to babesinthedirt.com. So, and it's right there on the bottom. But yeah, that's what we got going on for events. The weather seems like it's lightening up a little bit, like we're getting a lot less rain. And I'm just really thrilled. I love this riding weather. This is why I came to Florida.
Right.
It's for days like this. Like even if you get a little bit of rain, it's nothing, but you got a beautiful breeze. It's just
Right.
this is why I'm here.
Hurricane season's almost gone.
Yep.
And it's full bore riding season.
Yep. Yay. So so that's pretty much all we have for you, unless you have anything that you want to add.
No,
You
not
wanna-
really, other than, it's,
You want to talk about?
our new bikes, we're gonna have them, detailed and ceramic coated
Yep.
by Bruce Dixon over at Dixon's Downtown Detailing. He's up in Sebastian. He's located over at Everything Biker Consignment. Nice guys, and you know, they do a great job. And it's supposed to be a 10-year ceramic coat, so we'll see how that works out. I have faith in them. I
Yeah.
think they're going to do a great job, and it's good protection for your bike.
I'm excited about it, and I'm gonna do, because, what's his name?
Bruce?
Bruce. So when I was talking to Bruce, he's gonna submit information on his wife to be a
Right.
babe of the week.
Right.
So, and she helps over there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes she'll come in and help with the bikes. So when we go get ours done, I'm really hoping that she's gonna be there, because I wanna get some footage, you know, for her babe of the week highlight, you
Right.
know, what it's all about. And of course, where my paint job's a one-off, it's a one-off paint job.
Only one in the country.
Only one in the United States with that paint job. I want to get that coating on it because, you know, I don't want anything to happen to the paint. And I am with Chrome and with my other bike. It just seemed like within the first 2 months of getting it, everything, the rust just went. So I'm looking forward to getting that done.
Right.
And we'll update you on that as well.
Save the
So-
beauty in the bike.
Yep. Yay, so that's it.
That's it.
Just be sure to follow us. Thanks for watching today. I'm Michelle.
I'm Dave. I'm Amy. I'm Amy.
He's not Amy.
Thanks
have
for
to-
watching us, and thanks for having me as your co-host today.
Oh, you're welcome, baby. You know, Amy and I always after the show we do like a really close booby hug. So I'll have to get you after we get off the air.
All right.
Get my booby hug. We usually high five each other. So I'm gonna
I'll
make
give
a
you a high five.
Phew. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. We're on Twitter, and of course, our brand new YouTube channel, which is starting to get a lot more followers, and where you can even watch like little special clips, like shortened clips of our big show. Watch what you like. Like us, follow us, tell your friends about us, and have a very, very wonderful, amazing week. Stay safe out there.
Stay safe. 2 wheels up, 2 wheels on the ground, the shiny side up.